To finance now, and the share market has extended its losses for a second day, finishing 3.4 points lower as the flying kangaroo is on track to deliver eye-watering profits this financial year. For more on this, let's bring in the Chief Investment Officer at Motley Fool, Scott Phillips. Good evening to you, Scott. Almost $2.5 billion net profit Qantas predicts, but their share price took a hit today.
Tracy, good evening. It's astonishing, isn't it? It's a reminder too, by the way, when you get a $2.5 billion profit, a record profit if you don't mind, and the share price falls, it's a reminder the market's already priced these things in. In other words, we already expected Qantas would do remarkably well, and for very good reason. We know that domestic travel is back above pre-pandemic levels, and they're both managing, Virgin and Qantas, both managing capacity very tightly. Very hard to get a flight. If you get one, you're paying top dollar. That is very, very good news for Qantas's profits. Whether it can be sustained, I think that's what the market's now turning its attention to. But so far, so good, and $2.5 billion reasons to smile.
Indeed it is. Scott, how did the rest of the market perform?
Very ordinarily. We might as well have stayed in bed, Tracy. The All Ords and the ASX 200 down a couple of points. When you think about these 7,000 point indices, when you lose a couple of points, I think it was 0.04% down, something like that. That's enough to call it flat. A bit going on, some tech companies down, a couple of miners up, but broadly speaking, a very flat day on the ASX.
OK, so consumer confidence has jumped by just over a percentage point, but it still remains at record lows.
Yeah, look, we'll take the good news where we can find it, won't we? You're right. These are worse than GFC lows, worse than COVID lows. People are really worried about what comes next for the economy. And the worry is, of course, these things are self-fulfilling prophecies. If you feel nervous about the future, you don't spend, creating exactly that very future. Same is true when confidence is positive, by the way. You tend to create better economic circumstances. That is what's going to keep the RBA on edge. We have retail sales out this Friday as well. That'll be an interesting insight into how we are spending, and that particularly will be what the RBA is paying attention to.
That'll be interesting indeed. Before you go, Scott, how are the US futures shaping up tonight?
Speaking about not much going on, the same is true in early futures trading in the US. A slight decline like here at home. Tiny bit more than us, but down by under 0.1%. We might just have to wait and see what happens tonight.
Indeed. All right, Scott, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tracy.
Your national weather forecast is right after the break. Stay with us right here on 9. Welcome back. Time now for your national weather forecast. Tomorrow, mostly sunny in Brisbane, a top of 24. Sunny also in Sydney, 20, but there is a warning for powerful surf conditions. Canberra, chilly -1 overnight before a max of 15. Melbourne, partly cloudy and 17. Adelaide, 20, mostly sunny. Perth, also 20 degrees, but showers about. Darwin, a beautiful top of 31. Looking to Thursday now. Brisbane, sunny, a top of 24 with morning fog in the west. Sydney, mostly sunny, 22, Canberra 16 and a chance of showers in the evening. 17 in Melbourne with up to 10 mils of rain expected and a chance of a thunderstorm in the northwestern suburbs. Showers and up to 15 millimetres of rain in Adelaide, 17 the top. Perth 19, partly cloudy. Darwin 31. And that's 9's late news for this Tuesday. Our next bulletin is at 5 a.m, followed by the Today Show. Thanks for your company. I'm Tracy Vo. Good night.